Throughout my swimming career in triathlon, I've always had an issue with the start of the swim and just getting a bit beaten up. So I thought I'd just share a few of my experiences and how to cope with the little bit of a melee at the start of triathlon. Some things are just too hard to let go, but I don't think you're worth the trouble. So if you're not already familiar, at the start of triathlon, it's basically a mass start. So whether that be on a pontoon, in the water, open water starts, or off a beach, etc, etc. It's just a bit of a fist fight. Like, it depends on the level of competition or where you want to be within the swim. But if you want to be at the front or near the front, then you have to do a little bit of scrapping to get there. And look, I am adverse to having a scrap in the water. I just want clean water and just go. I just want to be able to have my space as I've been brought up throughout my swimming career, and like basically have my own lane and just swim like my pace towards the first buoy. Alas, this is not the case, and people don't let that happen, because what tends to happen is the faster guys tend to get a little bit of draft from other people, as in people draft them, and if you're slower, you want to draft other people. So there's few ways of doing this. One of them is to be on their hip or on their shoulder so that you're getting the most draft. Another way is to be on their feet so that the speed altogether is a bit higher. It depends on your level of ability and where you want to be in the race. I've always thought that I'm a relatively good swimmer and can get to the front of a race. However, every time I try and do this, I just get a little bit beaten up. People mount me, like hit me and all sorts. So it's a bit of a balance on whether or not you can break the line, get a bit of space, and do what you need to do to go forward. But if you can't do that, then you have to negotiate your way around people, and I thought I'd just go into a few tips and ways that I tend to try and do that. So the first way is to just try and relax. So if you're getting a little bit battered and your stroke's being affected by other people, then relax, take your time, take a breath, and maybe use them a little bit to kind of reset yourself and get a little bit of a breather if you can get on their hip. Next is practice doing that. So practice being around people and swimming with people, whether this be open water or in a pool. We do it quite a lot in the pool, and we try and get open water as much as we can, but it's not that good for like long beefy sessions, but it is good for technical stuff. So yeah, practice being in and around people and relaxing and being comfortable in that scenario. When you hit the first buoy, be sure to get your head up out the water. Ollie was taking me through this before. Just try and get yourself as high out of the water as you can, because other people are going to be around you and they might dunk you or just climb all over you. And yeah, you just want to try and have enough breath. So be relaxed and not absolutely exhausted by the time you get there. Have enough energy to like negotiate your way around the buoy and just, yeah, ease your way around, kick, keep your legs up, and accelerate out the other side. The key here is to be fresh as possible when you get to that buoy, because if people do come in on you and you are in a tight pack, then you want to be able to just move your way through those people and get out the other side without too much hassle. If you're already going in there in the red, then you're going to suffer because you're going to lose breath, you're going to panic, which is what I always do, and then you're going to get yourself in the right tiz before you exit that buoy, and then you're a little bit stuffed for the rest of the swim. After the first buoy, it's a little bit easier because people tend to be separated out and you've got a little bit more room to negotiate your way around. But yeah, I think up until that point, it could be a little bit scrappy and just trying to maneuver around people. So just bear that in mind, relax, take your time, use other people to your benefit. Try not to get too involved. I try and always just shimmy away just because I prefer my own swim space. And yeah, just get to the first buoy with enough energy to be able to get your head up out the water, bring your legs up to the surface, and yeah, just maneuver around that first buoy with enough energy to accelerate out the other side. This doesn't mean that you might not accidentally push someone back, like just part of your stroke and they just happen to go backwards. But yeah, I think that does happen if you're tight in a group. It's not on purpose sometimes, but yeah, it does happen. And just go quick. If that happens, you don't want someone else to then come in on you. I'm saying all this because I'm going to a French Grand Prix this weekend, and it tends to be even scrappier than anything over in Britain or European Cups or anything like that. French Grand Prix tends to be very, very scrappy. So yeah, I've just been thinking about it this week, so I thought I'd share that with you as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I don't know how deep it is though. If we jumped in.